Russia says US should prove it did not destroy Nord Stream. February 16, Reuters. The United States should try to prove it was not behind the destruction of the Nord Stream gas pipelines that connected Russia to Western Europe, the Russian embassy to the United States said on Thursday. Moscow considers the destruction of Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipelines last September an act of international terrorism and will not allow it to be swept under the rug, the embassy said in a statement. The embassy referred to a blog post by journalist Seymour Hersh citing an unidentified source as saying that U.S. Navy divers had destroyed the pipelines with explosives on the orders of President Joe Biden. The White House has dismissed the allegations as utterly false and complete fiction. U.S. Department of State spokesman Ned Price said on Wednesday, "It is pure disinformation that the United States was behind what transpired with Nord Stream," provoking the fresh Russian comment. India, Fiji sign visa waiver agreement. Will be helpful in boosting travel, says Jaishankar. New Delhi, India and Fiji signed a memorandum of understanding on visa exemption for diplomatic and official passport holders on Thursday in presence of External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Fiji Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka, reported ANI. "I just signed and exchanged the visa waiver agreement. It will be helpful in encouraging greater travel between our two countries," Jaishankar said during the occasion. Fiji PM Rabuka called it a landmark achievement and said, "The positive discussion we had today to further advance mutual cooperation in key areas of development, notably in health and education. On behalf of the government of Fiji, I thank the government of India for realizing this important cooperation. I'm confident that we will witness many more such initiatives unfolding through deepening of our cooperation," Rabuka added. Jaishankar on his 3-day visit to the island nation inaugurated the 12th Vishwa Hindi Sammelan. "I would also say the experience of the World at Hindi Convention would also surely infuse all delegates, friends, and relatives to come to Fiji as well," said Jaishankar. The Union Minister also said that being a region that is prone to natural disasters, India has long stood with Fiji in difficult times. "We've been first responders on certain occasions and during COVID, in line with our Vaccine Maitri initiative. Fiji was the recipient of 100,000 doses of vaccine in March 2021. India and Fiji have close and long-standing ties, and a large part of that is built on our people-to-people linkages. We've been privileged to partner Fiji in its nation-building efforts across various sectors in working with it in capacity building in health, education, agriculture," he said. "We have done projects in the sugarcane industry. We have worked together in renewable energy, and I think today one part of our discussions looked at areas like IT support for medium and small enterprises," Jaishankar added. Several landmines explode amid forest fire along Loch in JK's Poonch. Jammu, February 15, PTI. Several landmines exploded following a forest fire along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district on Wednesday, officials said. The fire started in the forest area across the border and spread to the Balakot sector of Menda subdivision on the Indian side. The fire also prompted a security alert, they said. At least half a dozen landmines, part of an anti-infiltration obstacle system, got activated due to the fire, but there was no report of any damage. Efforts were on to control the fire when the last reports came in, the officials said. Army troops are keeping strict vigil and are on high alert to ensure that there is no infiltration attempt by terrorists from across the border, they said. PTI TAS SZM. This report is auto-generated from PTI News Service. Theprint holds no responsibility for its content. India sends relief material to earthquake-hit Syria via army contingent deployed in Golan Heights on UN mission. India has sent an army team deployed in the United Nations Disengagement Observer Force (UNDOF) mission to deliver relief material to the earthquake-affected population of Syria. Union Ministry of External Affairs Mayor tweeted that the UNDOF team had delivered the relief material to Aleppo. It includes rations and medicines from the Indian government as well as contributions from the international community. The UN Disengagement Observer Force (UNDOF) mission is deployed along the area of separation (AOS) between Israel and Syria's boundaries of the occupied Golan Heights. As per defense sources, the Indian Army deployed 180 personnel to provide logistics support to the mission. Sources said a request was received from the government of Syria to the UN for assistance in earthquake relief. The proposal for Indian Army personnel stationed in the UNDOF to provide direct assistance was agreed upon by the government of India, a source said. An advance party reached Aleppo on February 12 and liaised with Dr. Ma, the governor at Council of Aleppo and the governor of Aleppo, the source said, adding that the governor thanked the Indian team for the gesture and mentioned that he was only in need of relief material at this juncture. It has been decided that an Indian Army team of around 40 personnel based at UNDOF will be undertaking multiple trips to Aleppo to transport relief material consisting of rations, medical supplies, clothing, and other aid to Syria sent by the Government of India, UNDOF and the international community, sources said. As per sources, on February 15, the first convoy transported relief material, consisting of rations and medicines, pulled from the Government of India and the international community, to Aleppo in Syria. The relief material has been handed over to representatives of the local administration at Aleppo, the source added. India has sent a C-130J aircraft and a C-17 Globemaster military transport aircraft to provide humanitarian assistance to Syria. Infiltration bid foiled along Lock, 1 ultra killed. Srinagar, February 16, PTI. The army on Thursday foiled an infiltration bid along the line of control, Lock, in Tangda sector of Jammu and Kashmir, killing 1 terrorist. Indian Army eliminated an infiltration attempt in forward areas of Tangda sector on the night of the 15th or the 16th of February 2023, thereby preventing efforts of Pakistan to destabilize peace and tranquility in Kashmir Valley and successfully maintaining higher moral ascendancy over the enemy along the line of control, a defense spokesman said here. Giving details, the spokesman said troops deployed in an anti-infiltration grid detected movement of 3 terrorists across the lock while they were approaching the lock fence. On being challenged at close proximity to the post, an intense firefight ensued between the terrorists and alert troops, resulting in successful elimination of 1 terrorist while grievously injuring the other. The injured terrorist managed to flee to Poik, along with the 3rd terrorist, taking advantage of darkness, he added. The spokesman said a search operation was launched in the morning following which a body was recovered. An AK series rifle, 1 light automatic weapon, 6 magazines, 2 grenades and large quantity of warlike stores was also recovered. Continued infiltration bids along the lock are an uncanny reminder of Pakistan's efforts to orchestrate terrorism in Kashmir Valley and disrupt peace and harmony, while putting on the facade of ceasefire understanding, he added. PTI Me DV